Update now on the Filipino woman brutally attacked in Yonkers. A family member says she's expected to be released from the hospital today. News 12's Nadia Galindo tells us the incident has sparked some calls for state action to try and fight the surge in anti-Asian hate.
This ends now. We need to fight against hate. We need to come together.
Standing on the steps of Yonkers City Hall, local leaders and Asian American advocates take a stand against anti-Asian hate.
No matter where we were born, no matter how long we've lived here, because of the way we look, we will always be the forever foreigners. And that needs to stop.
Their calls come just days after a 67-year-old Filipino woman was punched and kicked more than 100 times as she attempted to enter her Yonkers apartment complex. Advocates are now calling for the state legislature to approve $64.5 million to be included in the state's budget to bolster services for Asian Americans and help fight hate through education.
We try to outreach in the last few years to the kids.
William Kong is with the Westchester chapter of OCA Asian Pacific American Advocates. He says the organization would benefit from the additional funding by teaching young children about Asian American history and culture.
And a lot of these incidents happen because of lack of understanding.
This is the third random act of violence committed against members of the Filipino community in New York in less than a week.
We don't feel safe. We think more effort should be exerted to make not just Filipinos, but other Asian Americans feel safe here in New York.
And the victim in Yonkers faces a long road to recovery after suffering multiple injuries, including brain bleed and facial fractures. In the newsroom, Nadia Galindo, News 12.
And the alleged attacker, Tamil Asco, is now charged with a hate crime for that violent attack. The Yonkers resident who lived in the same building as the victim is due back in court next week.